Alright boys, what's up? I'm here with the tier list, the long-awaited Skywars tier list. First off, I just want to say this is all my opinion. Obviously people are gonna have different thoughts. There's a lot of people we have to go through, so I'm gonna try my best to go fast. Also I'm gonna be good looking at a stat spot that I have right here. Um, if I can get my mouse over here. In case we need to look at stats or something. Okay. Because out of everyone that I put on this list, I don't really know. I tried to put like random people that I didn't really know on leaderboards. I didn't include them because I would just be giving you guys a false lie, to be honest with you. But there's some people that I kind of remember, but if I just like need like a little more clarification, I'll just use a stat spot. But first off, we have Mickle MC. Um, this kid recently came back to Skywars. I'm gonna try and keep it really brief. I don't really think he's one of the best players. Not a really good melee player. Game IQ is iffy. I would say for a start, I think we'll start him off at an E tier. I'm not gonna put him at the F tier because I don't think he deserves that. But if something like if I see something like this, the way this tier is gonna go is if not because they're on F tier, it doesn't mean that they're the worst player in the game. What it means is the players above them are just are better, right? Obviously, if you're on F tier, it doesn't mean you're the worst. It's just you're the worst of these players. I still consider you everyone to be on this list good at Skywars. Um, dude, I didn't know I was in Minecraft. Shut up. Okay. All right. Second person, we have Lauren. This is a teams player with about I didn't even check. I was just looking at it. Oh my god. With about 3.3k wins. Um, Honestly, when I played this girl, she wasn't really that good. She was alright, and I was like struggling. Like if you look at her KD, probably not that high. 2.5 KD on teams is really low, guys, and the majority lost. I would say another E tier. Again, not a bad player, just not at the caliber for like a higher tier, in my opinion. Still a nice person though. Alright, next on the list we have X Abby. This is a girl that I have not really played much. Um, I know she closeted, I'm pretty sure. Let's look at her. I'm just using the Mineplex. I should probably just be. Oh, she changed her name, didn't she? I had it pulled up. Yeah, that's it. Let's look her up on the stat spot. Um, oh, I'm pretty sure she's a teams player. Did not mean to do that. Oh, she actually has a lot of wins in solo. 548. That's actually not that bad. Um, Kills. Ooh. Again, I didn't really play her that much, but considering the stats, it doesn't look like she did too bad. Probably an OG player. Um, I would say. See, this is like one that I have to lie to you guys because I've never really played her. I know she cheated. Uh, let's put her at a D tier. If like people above her are like bad, I'll move her back up because she actually has decent stats compared to the other people. Oh wait, did I put her twice? Oops. Hello. Do I have to like delete that? I swear to God, if it deletes all of them. What the heck? Why can't I? Hello. All right, whatever. She's a freaking dude. What the heck? Excuse me. Oh, am I gonna have to do this? Oh my god. Okay. Sorry, guys. All right, next on the list we have says. I'm not even gonna like look her stats up. She is not good. Oh, I'm not gonna put her at that low. Not a good melee player. E-girl. Key. Now I've heard a bit of this guy. Stat PL Key Skywars 2. I know he's a Skywars 2 player. Oh, wait, is that even? Oh, yeah. 1.5, not that bad. KDR, decent. I never personally. I remember fighting this guy. He wasn't a really good player. I think we're gonna have to put another E tier. Not a good melee player. He did have a good mid rushing stat. Okay, I think we're gonna have our first F tier. This guy's underscore AFK. I think he was like the 100th player that I had at the for Skywars teams too. So that's what we're gonna look at right now. But he's not that good. Um, Pretty much matching wins with deaths. KDR not that bad. But just personally, I'm gonna go with like I don't care really about stats. I'm kind of considering everything. Obviously, 6-6 brings into account. So actually, I won't put him at F tier. That's too harsh, I guess. I'll put him at E tier. Um, but yeah, not too bad. Duddy, we're not even gonna discuss that. Who do we have next? Underscore Ethan. I'm not gonna waste my time either. I don't. When I like go through these guys kind of quickly, I just like they're not that good of players. Nothing against them. It's just like the caliber isn't up to par. Nicholas. Now this guy's actually good. I'm not gonna like look it up, but this guy wasn't too bad. I'll put him at a solid C tier. I think he's better than everyone so far. Yeah, he had a good rush. The only thing about Nicholas that I didn't like is he did play with parties, considering I gave him a better chance to win. But overall, he wasn't too bad. Emily, I would put her again. I think she's a little bit better than Duddy, so I'm gonna put her at an E tier. Freaking Venny. Now I've heard a lot about this person. Just came back and is making a run for leaderboards on Skywars team. So let's look up the stats for Venny. Hello. Oh Jesus Christ. A lot of people have been saying she's bad. What's her KDR? Eesh. Yeah, we'll put her at a D tier. Hopefully, I don't think anything has been. Well, probably she doesn't like that, but I don't think anything. We have another staff member. Tulisocubidable. I definitely spelled that wrong. Okay. I think I would just put her at a. I fought her before. Not a very good player. I'm just gonna put her at F tier. Not gonna really waste my time with that. Scrooge. Now I know this guy's really bad, but I wanted to see if he was like better back in the day. See if he's like one of the top or had like good stats. Actually, not that bad. Maybe he got better. Maybe he was better back in the old days. I'll put him at. He actually had a lot of teams win, so considering that, I'll put him at D tier. Why not? Obviously I'm not 100%. I'm not really a teams player, so these are kind of iffy. Oh, I spelled his name wrong. So I don't want to be too into the fact that Kelly. I think Kelly's better than everyone on E tier, and I'm not even trying to be biased because she's my friend, but she's actually not that bad. Good game IQ. Click 6, but for a 6 CPS player, she's not too bad. She's decent. X Edward. Never really played this guy. I've played him a couple of times, but I'm assuming he's better back in the old day. Stat spot. Stat spot. Eesh. Not that bad actually. A lot of kills and deaths. I don't really know about this guy. I'm just gonna leave him to the side because I personally don't know the guy, so my bad on that. Okay, what was this guy's name? I just saw it because I know I've played this guy before. Z9H. Oh, this guy sucked. I know he's one of the leaderboard sub players, so for that I'll put him at C tier. I know a lot of people might not like that, but come on, you guys got to give the guy respect. He did get to number 3 on leaderboards. Minimum respect, a lot of respect for that. Spelle cheating, so that kind of knocks him down, but at the same time he's not actually that bad. Balkan with ping, he was number 10 on leaderboards until Neon passed him. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He was an OG player. I'm friends with him, and I know he's not that bad, so I'll give him a. I played with him before. He has good game IQ. Teams player. Next person, Sev. Now Sev wasn't really that good, but she did grind a lot. I actually want to check her stats. Stat PL Sev, Skywars 2. This is gonna be a long, long video, boys. Um, oof. Yeah, I'm gonna put Sev at D tier as well. She is a leaderboards player though, so C to D. It's up to you guys. I wouldn't have a problem with having her at C, but for right now, I'll just keep her at D. Danimals, I'll put him at C because he's actually not that bad of a player. A lot of people think he's actually bad, but I think his game IQ, his mid rush is really strong. Overall, he's not that bad at PvP. He can actually put up a fight. Ava, now we're gonna start getting into the higher tiers. I think Ava deserves A tier. Um, Honestly, legit or not, um, if she is cheating, maybe just an auto clicker, but I think she's one of the, if not the best female PvP I've ever fought. She's a nice person. Very good with the rod, good at game IQ. Obviously, I didn't fight her at her prime when she was grinding for Skywars because I met her afterwards, but still pretty good. I'll give her the A tier. Not S tier though. I don't think she's that good. King Trame. Actually, this kid was actually not that bad. I want to check his stats though. Um, I remember fighting this guy. He was a big buzz spammer. Did I spell his name wrong? What? Excuse me. What? Oh my god. Sorry guys. I want to check his stats though. Like, I know he's like the last player. Did I spell that wrong or something? Whatever. We'll just look at it. Whoa. 300 losses? Oh well, then again, it's all fucked because of that. I actually not that bad at stats. I'll put. I remember, even though he was a bow spammer, he was actually not that bad. So I know he's like a mixed player too. Yeah, I'm gonna put him at. He doesn't even have that many wins either. I'll put him at D tier. Okay, next person is gluten-free code. Alright, we're not even gonna waste our time. This guy really likes to spam his what's it called? Abilities though, but not very good at all. No offense to them, but just not good enough to be on this list though. So good for him, being one of the top 100 on wins. Got memes also. I wouldn't put him at like all the way at the bottom. This guy plays kind of like a bitch. He's decent though. Everything's decent. I wouldn't say he's very good at any that I know. He has a good mid rush, I guess, but I usually kill him every time I queue him. I'm not even trying to be cocky. I'm just like, that's just from my perspective. Next person we have Mary Lover Lie, another D tier player. This guy actually did play when the new update came out. Did pretty well, but he wasn't one of the top players at all. Vize, I think that yeah, Vize was pretty good. Very good mid rusher. I remember he played a lot of teams. I remember when I was playing with, I think it was Kelly. We grinded a little bit. I remember he queued. Pretty good rod player. Had a good mid rush. Good PvP. He was a decent player, but I don't think he's C plus at all. Mailer, another. I don't want to put him at F tier because I don't want to disrespect him, but I'm gonna put him at E tier. Not a really good player in my opinion, but he's decent. He's decent. X Becca, I don't know if this guy cheated or not, but I've actually always wanted to check his stats. I don't think he plays anymore, but I did queue him a lot when I played Skywars solo. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna keep him at down here. He wasn't actually that bad though when I fought him at least, but considering from his stats, and he wasn't like, oh wow, this guy's amazing. He just put up a decent fight. I'll just keep him at E tier for now. Pillars, alright, maybe this guy's decent. I fought him a couple times, but nothing really too crazy about this guy. He's actually not that bad. Oops, I didn't mean to check daily stats. Let's see. 4K, okay, yeah, we're gonna put this guy at E tier as well. Actually, we'll put him at D tier. He makes videos, so gotta respect. He's actually not that bad either. He'll put up a fight against any of these people. Maybe one of the top players at D tier, honestly. I don't know. Him against Kelly would be a good fight, in my opinion. Next we have Luffy. This guy actually got better. Where's my cursor? But he was one of the people that I really never thought was good. Um, Even if he's reaching his prime right now, good for him. He's probably getting better. But obviously, I didn't really think of him as a good player. Next person we have Finksy. Balkan dude doesn't take any KB, but really isn't good. Like if I had that much ping, I would try to, like at least kill more people, but or not kill more people, but like do better. His game IQ is pretty bad. He takes really bad fights. I know he likes to target people, but his game IQ is just not there. Um, My opinion at least. Next person we have Cerncy. This guy is a little troll. I remember. Um, but I'll give him the respect. He was decent at the time, so I'll put him at D tier. I'm kind of trying to be like really hard on these, like I'm not gonna like benefit someone just because they're my friends or something. I'm literally trying to be like hard on these. Obviously, these are the teams, like more of the teams players. We'll get into more of the solo players after. Let me just do some things. Next person we have is Hardway. I actually never really fought this guy. I fought him a couple times, but I just want to look at his stats. Yeah, I would put him. I would put Hardway at a C tier. He's actually not that bad. Friends of Maraway. Cosmic. This guy. No, 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 no. He's a nice guy, but no, I don't find any aspect. Mid rush is bad. PvP not the best. But he's a decent player. He's like one of those ranked players on Mineplex that isn't that bad. Blu-ray. I don't wanna. I'm considering between C or D because his melee isn't the best, but he does have good game sense. I'll put him at C tier. I know some people might don't really like him, but I think he deserves credit for at least being number 2, going for number 1 of all times on teams. Next we have Airless. Pretty sure this guy cheated as well. I played bridges with him. Oh shoot. I don't think he plays anymore. But let's look at his stats. Oops. No, not that bad. I found them to be pretty good when I played against him, but then again, he was a cheater. Um, I'll just put him at S tier, or at C tier, not S tier. Um, Outstands another decent player. I think he's better than everyone on D tier, personally, from fighting him. So I'm gonna put him at C tier. Um, I think he's more of like a quality player, the person that you look at when you're playing carts, cart tick carts. Not really a good melee player. He's decent, good mid rush. Benoxy, same thing I would say. Um, I think he cheats now anyways, but I'm not gonna hold that against him because I knew he used to be legit at one point, but he wasn't really that good. Fuck me. Now we have Ariel. I'm really gonna not try. I'm trying not to be biased against this guy because I'm like, obviously you guys know this guy hates me. I don't really have anything against him, but kind of beef sometimes. Not a good melee player. I know he's gotten better, but he doesn't play Skywars a lot, so I queued him like a lot today. Didn't kill me once, but see, me putting him at D tier or at E tier is gonna create drama. So, I mean, he's not that bad. Like, I, to be honest, I really didn't. This guy's gonna be tough. I'm gonna put him at D tier. Um, Hopefully that shit doesn't cause drama or anything, but I didn't really find him to be that good personally. He was like a decent-ish player. Kind of new. He came like last year, if I'm correct. Last year-ish is when I started recognizing him. He did grind for a bit. I think he stopped playing. Fuzzy Jr. This guy was a grinder for teams, I believe. I did queue him. Nothing to like look at really. He was decent. Actually, no, he wasn't that bad. I think he's better than most people. I'll put him up here. He's actually not that bad. I'll give him. He was decent. Definitely not better than any of the C team or of the C players. So I wouldn't, or even close to them. So I wouldn't put him up there. Who do we have next? Neil the Penguin. Neil is leaderboard, so I'll give him points for that. Probably has a good KDR. I'm not even gonna check because I know he's always on that stuff. He did cheat though, but I know that his wins were this year, and if anything, he's used fast place. Definitely doesn't use an auto clicker. I know that from a fact personally. Maybe uses reach, but honestly, I fought him. His hits don't look anything sus. So personally, I'm not gonna put Neil at S, but I will put him at a strong B player. Like if I see that people, oh shit, if I see that the B is like lacking, and I see that he's either from an A to B, he's a really good player. Respect to Neil. Same thing with Justo. Justo's good. Doesn't really play that much anymore though, but respect to him. He's pretty decent for a Balkan, having to deal with that difficult ping. Overhated was a cheater, so for that, now he's really bad. But I remember that back in the day he used to cheat. So I'll just keep him at a C tier. He's like a average player now. Alex, same thing with him. Um, Pretty chill dude. Good, decent. He's pretty. He got a lot better with route actually. Puts up a fight. Good at game IQ, everything. Good for him. X Drag. This guy actually was pretty good as well. Now we're starting to get into some higher quality players, my guys. This guy was pretty good. I would say yeah, he was a Balkan. Not a bad player at all. He's probably one of the stronger C players. Arjun. I would put him with Fuzzy Jr. Pretty decent players, I guess. I'm cool with Arjun now. Pluto. I remember this guy. I would say Pluto's around the same. Remember him from solo. He had a good mid rush. He's probably one of the stronger D tier players. Almost at C, I would say, but he did stop playing. Makis did get caught for the level 100 thingy. I saw that. So for that, he's good though. I don't know. I'm gonna have him as a C tier, but he's definitely one of the top C tier players. If almost at B, I would say. Just because he cheats, I'm gonna keep him at C. But I might actually get in shit for this, but whatever. Next we have Food for Life. That guy is not that good. Where's my cursor at? I'm not gonna really like discuss too much with. Who do we have next? Gavin, same thing. He actually came back. I fought him a lot. He's not that good. Matrix on, same thing. Dragon Escape player, but in Skywars he was a Balkan, not a very good rod player. He did struggle a lot with PvP. Oh, here we have Sazika. One of the top Balkans I've ever fought, to be honest with you guys. I would put him at B tier, but I didn't. Let me look at this. If he has really good stats, I'll put him at B tier. Yeah, alright, we're keeping him. We're keeping him there. We're keeping him there. See. He's a good player, though. One of the top Balkan players I've ever fought, especially at Bridges. He was kind of cracked at that. Unicorn Shards. Good mid-rush, but not a good melee player at all. F13 Closet Cheater. But he is dominating right now. Or, dominating. Was dominating. I honestly would keep Mackes and F13 in a package because I think they're both really good players. But I do think F13's a little bit better than Mackes. Even though Mackes is a good player. It's just I think at Skywars is not his best thing. Mostly because of his ping, but he also did I don't really know. Let me look at F13 stats actually. F13 did have really good game IQ though. I have to give him that. He has one of the top game IQs I've seen. At least when I've fought him. His stats aren't too amazing. I'll keep. This one's tough. If it's that bad, I'll move things up at the end. But for right now, I'll keep him at C. He's right with me, cause like right there, almost at B. Kai. All right. I gotta do this. All right. I get that. All right. I'm gonna go for G. This is gonna be a long one. Because I know this guy personally. He's close with me. Now, Kai, out of everyone on this list right now, he's the best melee player. Probably, if not, maybe Dora at her prime. I still think, but yeah, Kai didn't really play that much during the leap. At least when I met him, he was getting there. But right now, I think Kai is the best melee player. Would dominate, I think, in any era. Obviously, back in the day, everyone was kind of newbie, so it kind of changes it. Um, who knows if he cheats? I don't think he cheats. Some people think he cheats. If anything, you gotta send me a clip because this guy's really cracked. And the only reason I'm not putting him at S tier, he does have an insane KDR. He was freaking bothering me about it the other day. Let's just look at it. Um, yeah. Oh my god, why did this kid change his name? This is him. It does have a good, yeah, his KDR is pretty good. I think it's better than mine. What the hell? What is it better than mine? It definitely is. I have so many deaths, I don't even want to talk about it. Mine's like a 7 KDR. His is like, yeah, his is way higher. Alright, respect to him. Who's that? Okay, Henry, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna put him at S tier just because he doesn't have wins. I can't just disrespect the players that have really grinded the game when he's just getting there. But he will be an S tier player if he keeps playing and getting wins and stuff. But I think the only thing that's holding him back is just experience with the, and because he's more of like a new player. But he's top quality. I don't really know any melee player that's as good as him that I've ever fought. Um, Also, if you guys are like watching this and you're getting bored, just like skip through because this is gonna be a long, long video. Satan, actually, it's a pretty good rod player. Now he came back, but he's not that good. But I think like when I fought him when he was like grinding a lot, he was actually not that bad. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Put him at a solid C tier, one of the better C tiers, obviously. Actually, he's alright. Him and Outs are about the same, I would say. Nate's bait. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna. Freaking Nick. Okay, this guy got banned for an auto clicker. Denies it. Did obviously auto click. I know he's gonna deny it still, but it was obvious he auto clicked. I think now he's playing legit though, cause he takes the KB now. Nick's let's be honest, guys. Nick is a B tier player. I would take him over Blu-ray. I would take him over Outstands. I would take him over Satan. Over F13 or Make would be more of a. Huh. I don't know. I think I would have to package all three of them to B tier. Yeah, whatever. We'll do it. We'll do it. Whatever. We'll do it. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, for the sake of the video, I'm not gonna waste my time. We're just gonna have Nick here. I'll fix that later, I guess. Nezd, I think he's really good, but he isn't at the quality of a B tier. I think he's better than some of the kids here, but I don't think he's better than the B tier players, or he's like at that level yet. He stopped playing, but he did have like 200 wins in a day, which was pretty good. But I could kill him. He wasn't that OP. Very good mid rush. He was an EU player, so he didn't take that much KB, but he was good with his rods. He wasn't a bad player. I would take him as a solid C player. Almost at B, I would say, at most. Breesty, he's in more of a new gen, so because of that, and he's like newer, isn't that good with melee. Does know how to play the game though. Like he has a good mid rush. I think he's gonna be like one of those players that in the future evolves to get like really, really good. That's the way I see it. But for right now, I'll keep him at a D tier. But I know he can improve and easily get to a B tier. Landay. Honestly, in my opinion, I feel like Landay was better than Rail. So just for that, I'm gonna put him at C tier. He wasn't that bad. I would say Landay and Rail were about the same at PvP. Landay obviously had a fine mid rush, but melee, I don't want to compare it to me though because that's just being biased. But I would keep him at a solid C tier. He wasn't like that crazy or anything. Okay, I just wrote down some random IGN. I really don't know who this is. I shouldn't have even included him. I honestly can't. I'm not gonna put that person in because I don't know them. Juliana. Again, one of the newest melee players with that I've seen. One of the best ones. Good female PvPer. Thing about her is she did start cheating, and I feel like she was elevating herself, was dominating, but there's things that I don't really want to talk about. But I would just keep her at a solid C tier. Very good melee player. Actually, because I know she can be. I know she's better than like 95% of the people in this, and I know she's probably better than Nick. Legit, obviously. Alright, just for that, I'll put her at B tier. Because she does deserve it. Like, she climbed fast um, this new update, as a new player. I think she kind of dominated this new, Skywars update, so for that. And she's a very good melee player, so for that, I'll keep her up there. Next person we have is Necromance. Necromanced? I want to look at his stats. To be honest with you guys, I've never really fought the guy. I fought him a couple of times. Pretty toxic player, I'm not gonna lie, but I was pretty toxic as well. So he wasn't really that crazy or anything. I'll put him at B tier though. He was decent. He was decent. He was decent. Very good melee player. Obviously better than everyone at C. But I'm starting to talk like higher quality now. Like I he would basically dominate anyone here in this list, except for maybe like F13 and Makis, but like everyone else, I think he would easily dominate. No, this game of Skywars, good game IQ. Yeah. Next person we have Heology. Very big mouth, but I'm not gonna hold anything against him. He does have like a high win rate, or yeah. Um, I know he was more old gen-ish. I think. I don't. Oh shoot! I really spelled that wrong. I was like looking down. All right, let's look at his stats. Cause I did fight him a couple times, but ooh. Huh. PvP style, that's what I'm gonna knock against him. His stats are very good, actually. I'm surprised. I didn't know his stats are that good. I know most of the old gens are probably gonna be mad at me for putting him at C, but I just really don't think he's better than anyone on C. Well, he's better than some, but I don't think he's like better than everyone here on this list. So for that reason, and I don't think he's better than anyone on B tier. So for that reason, I'm gonna keep him at C tier, but I might move him up. Yeah, I didn't see his stats. Rasmus Cha. Now, he is. I can't put him at F tier. He did play a lot, but wasn't really that good at all. But he did have a decent mid rush. That's all I can give him. Okay, man, this person was actually not that bad. In my opinion, I don't know why so many people don't talk about this girl. Or I think it was a girl. Or it was a guy or whatever. But they were pretty good. They did use ice. I know they stopped playing last update, but I did fight them quite a bit. This person gave me a run for my money. I'm not gonna lie. They were not that bad. Ferris, he was a old leaderboards player, decent at rod. Maybe he's borderline like DE, but I'll give him the D tier because of his wins. He was a leaderboards player for a while. I think he's still a staff member too, so good for him. Big boy 16. Even though he has a lot of wins, I'm not gonna do that against to the community. He was not good. A metal kit reliant player, not good at melee. Cool vids though. Rubens, I don't know if this guy cheated, but when I remember him grinding, this guy wasn't bad, guys. Like he was pretty good. I don't know if he cheated again, but I remember he was pretty good. Maybe if his stats are crazy, I might put him up to be like, I'm not even kidding. This guy was pretty good. This is pretty biased, kind of, cause he's kind of like an old gen, but Oh yeah, this guy's going on B. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this guy's going on B. Alright. Next person. Monkey. This guy dodges a lot, so because of that, he doesn't. I feel like Monkey stats are bad because, and maybe they're better now because he started dodging, but that's not quality Skywars, and I will hold that against him. Number 6 all time in deaths. I have more kills than him. He did get a lot of wins this year though, so good for him. Um, yeah, I think he's a solid D tier player. Nothing against him. He's a cool dude, but I just don't think he's at that level yet. Same thing with Kartix. I know this isn't really his main game, but for a mixed player, not that bad of an overall player. So props for him. He did get a lot of wins this year. Not a lot, but he climbed a bit on leaderboards. Not on the top 10, but like going up to leaderboards. So yeah, he wasn't really that crazy either. He was a mid-reliant or good game IQ, but not very good at melee. Still game IQ is iffy though if you fought against a good player. So he did get a lot of wins though, so good for him. Miguel. Miguel. Number 3 all-time deaths. 6K wins though, not bad. Is he better than everyone on D? Yeah, come on now. Come on now. He isn't good, but come on, he deserves his D at least for being a leaderboards player. He's about to get it back too, so good for him. M. Sogli, very sword reliant player, not very good with rod or anything in the game really. Very good, actually was pretty good with the leap, I would say. But nothing crazy about the dude. Just didn't take KB, and he was good with his sword. Complained a lot. Yeah, you could easily beat him with other things around the game besides just sword, like rod, lava, pearls. So that's why I would keep him low. Now for Quinn, I know a lot of people say he cheated, but when I fought him, I didn't personally think he cheated at the time that he was grinding Skywars. So for that, I'm gonna kill him at B because he's a good player. Definitely a BT, B, almost A. Honestly, this guy's pretty good compared to like the other. At his prime, yeah, I would maybe an A. I'd have to like look at it at the end. Next person we have is Alex Plays. Now I don't want to put Alex Plays at D. No, yes, he's going to D. Yes, he is. Because I know he's definitely not better than anyone on C tier. He does have good game IQ, but his PvP just drops him so much. Accusating everything. His playstyle is just bad. I don't know how to put into any words. He didn't really have his game IQ. Even when I say it's good, it wasn't at the quality of a C that on this list at least. But he was definitely one of the top players. He is on leaderboards right now, so for that, you know, strong D player, one of the top on this list for sure. Now we have a Licks. I never checked this guy's stats. I know he was this. Honestly, I don't think I should put this guy on the list just because I've never fought him. So. Yeah, I'm not gonna put this guy on the list. I've never fought him. Apparently he cheated, so for that, I'm just not gonna put him on the list. I don't want to be like biased or anything because I don't really know the dude. PSG. Let me just check his stats real quick. Monkey just looks at it. Damn, I thought he was. His wins to deaths are worse actually, making his KDR lower. And he did blatantly cheat. But what I will take into consideration is when he was going to leaderboards, that wasn't when he was blatantly cheating because he stopped and then he came back. But then again, I think he did start cheating again and he got banned. I'm gonna put him at C tier. Cool dude though. Nothing against him. Good game IQ. PvP was okay, I guess. It's kind of iffy with cheaters because you can't really like say anything. Sac Noel, just not a. He had a good game sense, but Ping was also a factor in why he struggled. Did cheat for a while too, but I just don't. I didn't find him to be one of the top players, even though he was on. He is on leaderboards. Actually, I want to check his stats. I'm like curious. Uh, this is a really long video. Holy crap. Number 6. Yeah, D tier. Okay. Next person we have. We're almost done, boys. Rail. Again, I think I would keep him with Lande, but because of I might have to drop Lande then. Nah, I'll put them both at this then. Rail is very good, or not very good. Sorry. He is a stats pattern. That's the thing. But because of his number 3 wins, I want to put him at B tier. But I know putting him at B tier is unfair because there's people on this list that are better than him at Skywars. Game IQ, everything. Rail against them, he still wouldn't win. And me putting F13 or Makes above Rail is unfair because they both cheated. So, and I know Rail, at least that I know, hasn't cheated. Always played legit. Hack usates a lot, but it's fine. For Paul, now I gotta give props to Paul, even if he did cheat or not. Even though he's a trash melee player, like I'm not trash, but like I'm talking about like the quality of B tier. I think anyone on this list would kind of shit on him ish, but because when he was dominating, he put up fights and he climbed leaderboards so fast. His game sense was unbelievable. His mid rush was really good as well. I wish I would have fought him when I was at like my best, so I could like really give you guys a good look. But I would put him at B. Yeah. Okay, Stone Cold Killer. Now this is our first S tier, and I'll tell you guys why. Now I was thinking about this guy. I believe if he played in today's day, he would be a C tier player, right? But because he dominated in an era, or I call it an era, but like whatever generation, 2016 or whatever, he dominated #1 solo and #1 teams. Probably played all day, I don't know. But because he held those win records, I know he died a shit ton, so his KDR was really bad. But just because he had that label, his game sense was probably unbelievable. I assumed he was one of the top players at the time. So because of that, I'm going to keep him S tier just for that generation that he played in. Obviously, if he played in today, like if he came back and started playing again, I really don't think he'd do any, like he'd be really bad. But just because he held that like position in Skywars, he was like first level 100 kit, whatever. I think he deserves S tier. Kai, I know you're probably pissed. If I know you're probably pissed, but I think the kid deserves it. I think if he never quit and he kept playing, he'd probably have like the most wins of all time. Probably have kept or have. Yeah, he probably have kept. Fuck, am I saying that right? Both leaderboards to this day, if he still played. Same thing with Light. Same thing with Doric, guys. At their primes, alright, Lights is probably the best game IQ I've ever seen. And I've played against him. I played against Stone Cold like twice, and he shit on me because I was ass back in the day. But I played with Lights once I was getting better, and Lights, he was just good. Like, I know you guys can hate on him for whatever, because he's just asshole in the community, but his game IQ was top notch. Lava bucket. He just knew how to play the game. He used everything to his ability, and because of that, I think he just deserves S tier. Also #1, or was #1 until he got Nightmare banned. Dor, at her prime, I think she was the best player I've ever seen. Until I probably Kai. But with Kai, I'm better, so I kind of hold it to a higher standard against Kai, considering I'm better than Dort now. But that's from me, so I'm kind of pushing it more towards her versus the community instead of her versus me, because that's not fair. And I think she just dominated when she was on her grind as well. Her and Lights. I think Lights was better than her, like when they went on 1v1 style, just because Light didn't know how to play around it, but she could basically dominate anyone else. So because of that, now I'm done with the list, but I want to start making changes, just like some final changes, because I have no one on A list, on A tier, and E tier and C and D are fucking cluttered. Okay. All right. Let's start off with where's my cursor? I'm gonna put Quinn and not Paul. I'm gonna put Quinn at A tier because he was one of the top players. Dude. Okay. I'm just gonna like scribble it out. Oh shit. Um, I'm gonna cross that out. I'm gonna put Quinn right here because I think he did deserve it. Um, Paul. I gave Paul respect because he grinded, but I don't think he's better than anyone on A, or at least better than people on B. If I'm pushing for anyone to be there, it'd be Neil out of these just to be on A. Now for C. I'm keeping it to a high standard, guys, but I want the thing to be more separated. Like, I have everyone at D and C. Like, what is this? Um, it's just like, once you start getting into this high caliber, it's like harder. Um, it's just because you have to take wins and everything into consideration. For that, I think I'm gonna put Healology at B. Um, I didn't really play against him, at least that I know of when he was in his prime. I know he came back when Skywars got updated. Wasn't that good, but that wasn't him at his prime. And looking from the statistical perspective and from talking to players on the community, he was pretty good back. So I'll give him his respect and put him at B tier. Um, I want to do the same for Rail because Rail does deserve it with his wins at least and his team wins. But because he is not that good, I don't think he's better than anyone on B tier at least. And because of that, I think I have to keep him at C. But it's like really borderline between C and B. Like he's strong, decent player. He does dodge though, making his stats a little bit better. From good players, but it's strategy, I guess. I said the same to Monkey, but I don't think Monkey's close to these kids in quality of play. Um, Ava over Neil. That's now, I'm not talking about solely PvP. That's why, like, if it was solely PvP, I think Neil and Ava are equal. Maybe Neil's a little bit better. I don't even want to get into that because I don't want to hear about it. But because Ava has win record and she's number one win record, I have to give her A. And she dominated teams at least. After Stone quit, or maybe she was playing while Stone played. I don't really know. Am I being a dick for holding Sak and Miguel at D? No, because I don't think they're better than anyone on here. And there's a lot of good players on the C tier, guys. Like, I might have said that they're not that good, but if you guys were to queue them in Skywars, you would obviously look out for them. Like, these kids are quality good players. Like, even the D players, like, some of them are decent, some of them are iffy. Um, Personally, if I went from me versus them, um, I think I could take out anyone in there's a few on C that would give me a hard time, but for the most part, I think I'd be fine. D tier, I would probably dominate all of them. Yeah, all of them. I mean, maybe they come in a couple of times, but I think I'm overall better. But yeah, I think this is it. Um, Make is an F13. I'm not moving you guys up solely because you guys cheated. Um, Maybe still cheat. I don't even know. Rail. Yeah, you're giving me a hard time with that. It's been a freaking hour. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to see if I should change anything. No. I think this is it. I might get shit on for this list. God damn. I think it's a decent list though. It's not that bad. Like, come on now. Maybe. Is this guy like? Yeah, it's a good list. Come on now. Ariel's probably gonna get mad he got put at tier, but come on, man, you're not better than anyone that's on C. Like, let's be real. Maybe you're better than Alex, but I think honestly, from fighting you, you guys are probably the same. But I still think Alex is a little bit better. And he has more wins and more experience than you do, cause I think he's older than you. Oh, older player. Pillars is actually not that bad, but not enough to be on C. Yeah. Again, for the leaderboard players that I have on D, it's just that they're not good. They just played a shit ton, so I can't even use wins to boost them up in ranking because they're just not good. Like, they're good, but like I'm talking about the quality. No good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I probably just stopped it like 5 minutes ago because I was just going through stuff, but whatever. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna upload this whole thing. Whatever, fuck it. No cuts, no cuts at all. This is the final list. Where would I put myself? I can't do that, boys. Cannot put myself on the list because that is bias. Where would I put myself? I'm not gonna say. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tune into my stream if you guys are still in here tomorrow at 7-ish. I'll try. I'm gonna try and get 6K tomorrow on stream, and yeah, this will probably be the last video of commentary ever. I might do another montage because I have a shit ton of clips, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, peace, dudes.